Hi, my name is Jos van Andries. I'm the go-to-market lead for public safety from Maltego, and today I want to show you how you can use Maltego Monitor to monitor a big event. In this case, we're gonna monitor the Olympic openings in Paris. What I want to do is walk you through the 3 normal steps that an OSINT operator needs to go through. First of all, create a strong and compliant case. Second, do your analytics to bring big data into actionable information. And third, choose the output that fits your needs. So let's start with step 1, creating a case. Within Maltego Monitor, we make it really easy for you to build a strong and compliant case. We've built wizards together with your peers that cover 95% of the different type of queries that you probably want to build. And it doesn't matter if it's an incident, an ongoing event, a certain area or a team, and which language you want to monitor. With Maltego Monitor, we will help you with that. So in this case, we're gonna monitor an event. So first thing that we will ask is what's the reference to the event. So in this case, it is about the Olympics. So as soon as you start typing, you'll see that the system is recommending a couple of terms. In this case, it recommends different terms that have something to do with the Olympics. And we'll already show you on the right side some example messages so you know you're in the right track. The next thing that you probably want to know is, okay, where is this event taking place? Because people can refer to an event, but also to the location. Well, now it's in Paris, so we have a library filled with pre-built queries that are not only collecting on terms, like the Seine or the Champs-Élysées, but also on the geo area. So it really combines that and makes sure you will not miss anything. So you go into your library, select the Olympic Games, and from there everything about those specific locations will be collected. You can also build a custom location if it was not yet in the library. Next is, are there any access routes? Often there are routes that you want to know. It can be a certain train station. So again, if you start typing, you'll see Paris roads and trains. And again, you'll find all the relevant highways going into Paris, but also the most relevant train stations. Last but not least, there might be other things that you want to know. So VIPs can be interesting. If I start searching on VIPs, you'll see that I have a list with some VIPs. In this case, I've chosen ministers from France, but you can add all the type of VIPs that you want. The next step is really important because you don't want to know everything. It will for sure cause an overload. So what can you do? You can add building blocks again, and those are topics with pre-built queries on relevant things or items that you want to have information on. So in this case, you might want to know everything about bomb alerts, which is not only collecting on the term bomb, but on all the different terms that have something to do with bombs, like abandoned package, etc. Maybe you want to know everything about cyber attacks. Maybe you want to know everything about mobility, the police, overcrowding. And again, every building block I'm adding, I'm not only adding that one word, but you can see all those terms that have something to do with it. And last but not least, let's just go on, all the relevant threads that might be there. We'll take it from there. From GDPR perspective, we always ask you, how long do you want to share this? Because you don't want to collect data ongoing. You really want to focus and have a cause for it. So in this case, opening ceremony is 1 day. Maybe you want to keep collecting for 3 days. So you're doing that, you're making a title on it. And the next step that you do is creating a strong and compliant case. So what did we just do? On the left side, you see that we're collecting a lot of information on the different search categories that we had. So here you can see all the mentions that have something to do with the VIPs, like Macron or Herzog. You can also zoom in on the Olympic opening itself. You can try to find everything about the locations, like the Seine, which you see here, or you can zoom in on all the relevant train station or highways. And what you see is by selecting and deselecting, you can easily zoom in on a subtopic. So if you're interested or responsible for only the roads, only select that, and that's the information that you will see on your screen. However, in the background, we are collecting everything. Well, as mentioned before, it might be a little bit too much to get all that data in. You see, in just a couple of seconds, we collected more than 1,000 messages. Well, that's really where the filters come to play. So if, for example, you want to know what people are saying about bomb alert, just select that one and you'll see all the words highlighted that are matching with that one term. And immediately from 1,500 messages, you bring it down to only 17 that are potentially relevant for you. And you can deselect all the filters, or just say, you know what, these are all the topics on the left side I'm responsible for. So let's zoom in on those things. Then we are displaying all the messages. You can find them here. At the same moment, you can also zoom in on all the filters, and you will quickly identify things about a lot of people on a small area. So that's probably something to do with the attacks on the France real network. If we have locations, we will also plot them on a map. Probably more easy to see if you deselect the filters, and you can really clearly see, okay, where is this event going on? And you'll see that, yes, this is where the most people are, but also from this location, you'll see that people are posting messages. And if you have the location, you will find it up to 5 meters accuracy, what people are doing and where they are. And this can really help you, if an incident occurs, to find eyewitnesses or even suspects. So this is the basic of Maltego monitoring, searching broad and then using the filters to zoom in on the topics that are really relevant for you. However, we do know that in some cases you want to know what's going on besides you're searching for it. So maybe things are happening without you knowing, and you missed them because you didn't add the right filters. Well, to prevent that, we have created things like Key Insights, which is an AI model that helps you extract relevant information on topics that have something to do with safety and security. So in this case, Key Insights, if I add one, I activate a topic. Let's say that you want to know everything about physical attacks, you can activate it. And from that moment on, the system will go through all the information. And as soon as it finds a physical attack, it will try to extract what's going on, who's impacted, what's the perpetrator, is there a weapon? So it really gives you a contextual information about everything that's currently going on. Here you can see how that looks. So within seconds, the system analyzed more than 1,000 messages, and it tried to group and give you contextual information on what's going on. So apparently there were attacks on the French railway network. The perpetrators are people they talk about Russians. It impacted the high-speed rail network. Who were the victims? What's going on? And what's the status? And if you want to zoom in on something, for example, a French airport that's being evacuated, you can click on the message, and then the message that presents that information will be shown. And this really helps you to find things that you weren't even know you're looking for. If you want to know who somebody is that's posting this, you can hover over their name and you will get the contextual information if that's present. Other type of information that you can find is the most relevant words that are currently used, the most relevant accounts. So who's posting information, and you can click on that. For example, if you see here the account from The Sun and you know that's a trustworthy source, you can click on it, and then all the messages from that source will be displayed. Everything that you find can be used. So you can say, well, give me everything from The Sun, but you can also say, well, exclude this source because it's potentially giving an overload. Another really interesting functionality for event management is sentiment. Because sentiment can really tell you what the feeling is on the ground. And in this case, you can see a lot of positivity and also a lot of negativity. And of course, you first need to find the balance, what is normal. But what's often more interesting is not looking at only positive and negative, but the sub-sentiment. So why are people angry? Why is there negativity? And confusion is something that's pretty clear. Apparently there has been problems with the railway station. I can imagine that a lot of people are currently a little bit confused. So this really helps you to not only understand if people are angry or sad, no, it really deep dives in the emotions that people have. If you want to know more about the topics, so what are people really talking about? Well, we have frequently used terms. And the bigger something is, of course, the more people are talking about it, and you can really clearly see what's going on. And in this case, for example, you detect that there's negative sentiment around police. Clicking on that, you'll see that all the messages have something to do with that. So that's really the most important stuff about analytics. But technology is going really fast. And what is good to know is that things are evolving, and of course you know that the LLMs are also coming up. So LLMs, large language models. Well, that's something that we have implemented ourselves, and I want to give you a sneak preview on how that works. You can see here it's an echo, it is an AI assistant, and you can just ask questions. So you can type human-like questions and ask everything. Give me a list of the VIPs, tell me what the sentiment is in a certain area. But we also build a couple of really simple buttons that you can use. So for example, create me an intelligence report. And now all the messages that you have collected will be analyzed with an AI model and provide you context on what's really going on. And the message is being loaded right now. And here you see that immediately response is given about a threat report. So first of all, it gives you the date, it gives you an overview of the key findings, so public excitement and support. That's not strange. Security concerns and some incidents that have been going on. Logistical challenges about an arson attack on the railway network. Politic and social commentary, health and safety. And it even gives you conclusions and recommendations on how to act. Well, this shows that the humans can do a lot, but it also shows that with LLMs you can speed up the getting from big data to intel really fast. The last step, step 3 in analytics that I told you about is about the output. So yes, what you're looking at now is helping you to find out what's going on, but sometimes you cannot watch a screen for 24 hours. Well, if you want, you can really easily also set an alert. You just set a threshold on a relevant topic, and as soon as something happens, you will get an email of it or a text message. You can also create a report, so that's always historic for the last 24 hours, last hour, to give you a paper overview what's going on that you will see in your email, and you can make that automatic, so recurring. Every morning I want to know what's going on these topics with the relevant filters, and you can add certain widgets like word cloud, sentiment, etc. So it's a daily briefing of what's going on. However, even more important or more interesting is creating a live dashboard. So if you do that, creating a live dashboard, give it a name, let's call it Olympic dashboard. And what you will see is that within a couple of seconds, a dashboard is created that gives all the different functionalities that we just showed and displays it really simple in one overview. Messages come in real time, pictures are updated in real time, and it's also responsive. So if you want to know what they say about bomb alert, just click on that, and then the messages are adjusted to bomb alert. So it really gives you the option to see everything in one screen, but still have a responsive system. And of course, the widgets can be changed and adjusted here at the settings. Not going to show you that. But what is really cool is that this is not something that is only applicable for people that have an account to Maltego Monitor, but you can even share this dashboard to people that don't have an account. So if there's a mayor, if there's a different police force, a fire brigade, and something goes on and they need to know, you don't want to send them a paper report because before they receive it, it's outdated. But with Maltego Monitor, you can send them a link, they open it on their phone, on their iPhone, or on their iPad or whatever, and they will have live updates about what's going on. So hopefully this gave some insights on how you can use Maltego Monitor during a big event. Thank you for watching.